I'll be honest, here Calgary versus Toronto has been a super hot topic for last couple of years, especially since mid-pandemic time. I lived in Toronto for almost 4.5 years and moved to Calgary 2 years back, so I've had fairly decent exposure to both cities. And it's like choosing between what you want to do versus what you should do. Not an easy choice at all, and as I lay some of the points here, you'll know why. So, without further ado, let's get started. Calgary, at least until last year, before the interest rate hikes by the Bank of Canada, had one of the most affordable housing markets. A 4-bedroom townhouse would cost you around $1,500 plus utilities. Toronto, on the other hand, a townhouse of similar size would cost you around $3,000 plus utilities. The difference is gigantic. Just insane. However, more recently, Calgary's cost of living is creeping upwards. Now the rent for similar sized units are costing about $1,800 to $2,000 plus utilities. Moreover, Alberta is the only province in Canada without a provincial sales tax. Goods and services are charged only the federal 5% goods and services tax, which contributes towards that few dollars worth extra savings per month after all your expenses. So the first point goes to Calgary, I guess. Toronto, by far, has the best job market in Canada, without an ounce of a doubt. I would even go a step further and say that, if you cannot find a job in Toronto, most likely, you won't find a job in rest of the Canada. Job market in Toronto creates a sense of security, the colleagues you work with are relaxed and fun to work with, work competition is much healthier and makes you work harder. Calgary, on the other hand, is not so great in the field of jobs. If you lose a job at a junior to middle management level or you had to quit a job for whatever reason, you are most likely going to stay unemployed for at least 1 to 2 months. Unless of course, you take up a job at local restaurant or a coffee shop, working at a much lower salary. There is a weird sense of job insecurity in Calgary, and it creates a very unhealthy job environment. This is my personal experience. And the salaries and benefits are comparable to Toronto, however, good opportunities are few and far between. Having said that now, if you had a different experience, don't hesitate to share it in the comment section. And don't tell me, we gotta work at whatever job we get, that is not the point. The point I'm trying to make is that you're treated like you're replaceable at any time, so you gotta put your head down and work, and put your self-respect aside, which is not how it is in Toronto. You will get a lot of calls under the pretext of a job opportunity, and eventually, it will turn out to be an insurance sales job, on a sales commission only. Job boards are full of such jobs. Considering the job positions and the pay structure, the insurance agents often sell products that is not the best for the customer, and customers often end up getting duped as well. This is all a part of the job cycle in Calgary. For me, based on my personal experience, Toronto is a sure shot winner on question of quality, quantity, and diversity of jobs. Next, I'm going to talk about is lifestyle in both cities. Okay, so let's start with Calgary. Lifestyle here is quiet, laid back. Calgary is more of a carefree, fun-loving city. Okay, fine. I admit. It has a rodeo once a year, which is pretty cool actually. On the other hand, it has galleries, museums, dance companies, independent theaters, and operas. Although there is a nightlife here, it is far inferior to that in Toronto for sure. Toronto, on the other hand, should be at the top of your list if you're seeking for a bustling city with easy access to, well, virtually everything, and a healthier way of life. With the largest population in Canada, it serves as a catalyst for many different things. The city, which some also call as New York North, provides the ideal fusion of the corporate, cultural, and entertainment worlds. So for me, personally, I love Toronto nightlife when I lived there, and overall lifestyle matched my style as well. Some of the best comedy bars are in downtown Toronto, night lives on till 5 a.m. on the weekend, and it's really fun to hang out with all your friends and family. In my opinion, Toronto lifestyle trumps over the Calgary lifestyle. So Toronto gets a point for this too. Ooh. Next up is an interesting one as well. Weather is a topic not to be missed when comparing any city with Calgary. Toronto is no exception. So, Calgary is in southern Alberta. It experiences extremely cold winters, though not as cold as Edmonton, which is further north. I'd say, roughly, Calgary experiences upwards of 1 centimeter of snowfall for around 3 months of the year compared to opposed to 2 months in Toronto. One best part about Calgary is that it's got sunny days almost all year around, including in the winter. However, summers have little to no rain, despite the fact that prairie grass and wheat depend on this rain to flourish. Due to the lack of significant natural wind barriers surrounding Calgary, sometimes, it makes it very tricky during the winters, and creates very cold windy environment, and temperatures often drop below -35 degrees. On the flip side, on lucky days, Calgary also experiences what we call here as a Chinook blast or Chinook wind. It's a hot, dry, fun-type wind that blows in from the Rockies. Calgary's wintertime Chinook blast can quickly warm the city by 30 degrees Celsius, offering much-needed reprieve from the Calgary's brutal cold. Snow season can last anywhere between 5 to 7 months, which sometimes makes the life very dull and monotonous. Toronto, has much better weather comparatively, the temperatures rarely drop as steep as it does in Calgary, and it doesn't last for too long either. Even if it gets windy and snowy, usually it goes away quickly. Sometimes, due to humid weather overall, Toronto can feel colder than Calgary, although on paper Calgary may show lesser temperature. However, such days are few and far between. Overall, I personally like to enjoy all 4 seasons in Toronto, and this means less snow times. So I would give a point to Toronto for weather as well. So, in conclusion, I considered cost of living, mortgage payments, lifestyle, job opportunities and weather as the most important factors in making a decision where I had to live. I surely wanted to continue living in Toronto, however, I cannot waste all my money in housing costs over there. The house prices were, and still are, exorbitant. They're too inflated. Hence, one and only reason for me to live in Calgary is housing costs. It's just a practical decision for me and the family. Ontario government has promised affordable housing in an attempt to stop its residents from leaving the province. 10,000 houses are being built for the cause as a starting point. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out. Like I said it in the beginning, it's what I want to do versus what I have to do. Moreover, Calgary is not so bad either. Right? Let me know how you feel about the topics discussed in the video today. If you agree, or even disagree, please comment below. Do not forget to like or dislike the video and subscribe to my channel. It's literally free. That's it from me today. Have fun, take care and bye for now.